Hey everyone, this is Miss Grzelski. I realized that many people are confused about how to do the notes, the Talk About Race C notes. This video will give you some clearer directions for how to do it. Thank you to the students who emailed me and Miss Towns asking for help, because that made me realize that we need to be more clear about the directions for the C notes. So follow along with me. What I'm talking about is this assignment that says C Notes Talk About Race. Okay, the directions say fill in C Notes about the 2 videos on bias and definitions on race and racism. Be sure to add a 3-sentence summary at the end. Okay, so before we go into the assignment, let's see what else is in this folder. Here we have the Talk About Race slides. And these are the slides that we were showing you in class. And together we did the first couple slides. And then, so you remember in class, we were talking about the first video, we're talking about the second video, and then we talk about peanut butter and jelly, blah, 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 blah. Okay, we'll keep going. But here at the end, there's a part about vocabulary words: race, ethnicity, prejudice, and racism. And so, let me move this so you can see it. So at the end of the slides is where you get the definition for the vocabulary words. Okay, keep that in mind because you're going to need it for these notes. So let's go back to what's in the folder. Okay, that was the slides. Then we have the video where students speak about bias. This is the video the students from Ferguson. Okay, come on. Okay. The one, just to remind you, it was the one with the students that were talking about how they, this one who's talking about how he knew the people involved in the Ferguson police brutality incident. Okay, and then there's also one more video. That's video number 2, which we watched, which was the peanut butter and jelly. Okay, so you got slides, you got the 2 videos. Now let's look at the notes. We have 2 pages of notes. In class, we were doing page 1 together, so maybe you already did that. Let's take a look. This was the note page 1. And so we got your video clip and the question. You write your notes over here. So we have 2 questions about video clip 1, 2 questions about 2. Then a little summary. You could say, like, you know, the videos were about blah, blah, blah. I learned blah from watching the video. I was surprised that the people said this. This is important because, so that's what you could write for the summary on this page 1, okay? Now, most of you who contacted me and Miss Towns were asking for help on page 2, and I totally get that because it could be a little confusing. So, on this one, you're looking at the terms race, ethnicity, prejudice, racism. We want you to write the definitions over here. Do you remember where to get the definitions from? You get the definitions from the slides. You get the definitions from the slides. So let me go back to the slides. Okay, if you go to the end of the slide document, you will see it. There we go. Here's where we get the definitions, okay? So if you're doing the, this was called Talking About Race, page 2, you're gonna need to have that on your iPad, and then side by side, you wanna have the slides. I hope that helps. I think it will. And then for the summary, okay, now we're talking about a summary of these words. So you could say, like, you know, these 4 words are very important because we use them when we talk about blank. Or you could also say, like, how the words are connected. Like, race is different than ethnicity because race is talking about this, but ethnicity is talking about this. And you can also talk like, what does prejudice have to do with people's race and ethnicity? How does racism come from prejudice? So these words are all connected when we're talking about race, and so that's why we want you to spend some time learning like, what are we talking about, and then how they're connected. I hope that that helps. If you are still needing some guidance, please let us know, and I wish you a good day.